Good morning and welcome to Thursday's Maths. So we've been looking lots at measurement this week, so we're going to carry on with converting between metric units of measurement today. So today is following on from yesterday's lesson. We are going to be problem solving, and I think we'll find this quite easy. So remember to keep flicking back to the work we did yesterday as well, because that is going to help you. So our what then is to convert between metric units of measurement. We are deepening by problem solving so that we can solve a range of problems. Okay then, write the date, write fluency first or rewind, and we are going to start off with what we did yesterday. So can you convert these measurements from kilograms to grams or grams to kilograms? Off we go. Remember, what does kilo mean? So how many grams in a kilogram? Okay then, so hopefully you can remember that kilo meant 1,000, so there's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So if 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, we've times by 1,000, so 5 kilograms is 5,000 grams. This one then is going from grams to kilograms, so it's the other way around. So rather than timesing by 1,000, we need to divide by 1,000. So 3,000 divided by 1,000 is 3 kilograms. Next one, we're going from the big measurement to the small measurement, so we times. So 2.5 times 1,000 is 2,500. And the last one, we're going from the small measurement to the big measurement, so we are dividing. So 4,600 divided by 1,000 will be 4.6. Well done if we got those right. Right then, rewind number 2. So this one is different. Why are these different? Well, these ones are looking at millilitres and litres. So we are now looking at capacity or volume, whereas the other one, we were looking at weight. So you need to remember, what does milli mean? So what's the relationship between millilitres and litres? Pause the video, off we go. Answer time then. So milli means 1,000th. So there are 1,000 millilitres in a litre. So we are going for the first one from a small measurement to a bigger measurement. So we are dividing by 1,000. 3,000 divided by 1,000 is 3. So it'd be 3 litres. Next one, we're going from the bigger measurement to the smaller measurement. So we are timesing by 1,000. So it'd be 6,000 millilitres. Last one, we're going from the big measurement to the small measurement again. So if it was 4 litres, it would be 4,000 millilitres. So 4.3 is 4,300 millilitres. And if you want to use your place value grids or draw a place value grid, please do, okay? You don't have to be able to do these in your head. If you can, that's brilliant, but you don't have to. Right, let's get going then onto our discover. Right then, discover time. So we are today in some kind of garden centre and we have got 3 children. So before I even look at the question, I'm going to read the problems, read the information that I've got so I know what I'm thinking about in my head before I even look at what A and B are asking me. So I can see first of all that there is a big bucket of water which says 4 litres of water. So I'm starting to think to myself already, well, this must be a question about capacity and volume then, because it's talking about litres. Bella is saying that she's got a watering can that holds 1.4 of a litre. Rena has got a watering can that holds 1,250 millilitres. So as soon as I see the word millilitre, I start to think, well, milli means 1,000th. So I think there's 1,000 millilitres in a litre. And I would probably write that down somewhere with the arrows telling me which way I divide and which way I multiply as well. And then Richard is saying, mine holds half as much as yours, Bella. Okay, now I'm going to have a look at A. So 1A says, how much more water does Bella's watering can hold than Rena's? Okay, it's asking me for how much more. It's asking me for how much more, or it's asking me for the difference. What's the difference between the capacities of their watering cans? So I'm looking at Bella's. Bella's is 1.4 of a litre. I'm looking at Rena's. Rena's is 1,250 millilitres. Can I compare those straight away? Well, no, because Bella's is in litres, Rena's is in millilitres. They've got different nouns. It's a little bit like when we try and compare fractions. You need the noun, the denominator, to be the same. So I need the unit to be the same. So you can turn one of them into millilitres or the other one into litres. It doesn't matter. You might want to do it both ways and prove your answer, which would be fantastic. So can you find out how much more water Bella has than Rena's? And then B then, if the children use the water from the container that says 4 litres, to fill their watering cans, how much water would be left in the container? So I know that I've got 4 litres is the whole, and I'm going to have to take out how much of Bella's, the water that's Rena's, and the water that's Richard's. And Richard's, I'm going to have to try and do a little bit more maths to work out how much water he's got in his watering can before I then take it away. So pause the video and then we'll go through the answers. Answer time then. So there was 2 ways you could have done this. You could have turned them both into litres or both into millilitres. It is probably easier to convert them both into millilitres, unless you are super confident with decimals, in which case you can convert them into decimals and litres if you wanted to. It is up to you. Personally, I'm going to turn them into millilitres because I think that's then going to be easier to do a lot of the questions that are going to come afterwards. So, milli means 1,000th. So there's 1,000 millilitres in a litre. So I'm going to do 1.4, which was Bella's. 1.4 times 1,000 would be 1,400 millilitres. So Bella's watering can holds 1,400 millilitres. Rena's holds 1,250. How do we find the difference? Well, if we take them away, the answer would be 150 millilitres. So to prove my answer then, I'm going to turn them into litres just to check that I've got this right. So Bella's was 1.4 of a litre. Rena's is 1,250. So to turn that millilitres into litres, I divide by 1,000. So I would have 1.4, I need to take away 1.250. Oh, but I can't do this though, because they've got different amounts of digits. What do I have to do? Well, hopefully you've told me I need to put some zeros in here to make this easier for me. So 0 take away 0 is 0. 0 tenths take away 5 tenths I can't do, so I need to go next door. Rename, take one of those, sorry, did I say tenths and thousands? Take one of those tenths, rename it as 10 hundredths. 10 hundredths take away 5 hundredths is 5 hundredths. 3 tenths take away 2 tenths is 1 tenth. Don't forget my decimal point. 1 whole take away 1 whole is 0 wholes. So my answer would be 0.15 of a litre. Is that the same as 150 millilitres? Well, yes, it is, because if you timed this by 1,000 or divided that by 1,000, you would get the other answer. So you could have had either of these. Well done if you proved your answer. Okay then, question B asked us how much water would be left after all the children had filled up their watering cans. Okay then. First things first, in fact, I'll start on this bit first of all. So I know that Bella's got 1,400 millilitres in her watering can. I know that Rena has got 1,250 millilitres in her watering can. Now, you can start taking these away from the whole if you want to. I'm going to add them up first of all, and yes, I should be using a ruler, but I've only got one hand, which I need to film, I'm afraid. I'm going to add these together. So that would be 0, that would be 5, that would be 6 hundredths, and that would be 2,000. So I know that the girls added together is 2,650 millilitres. Okay, and I need to work out what Richard's is. Richard says that his holds half as much as Bella's. So he's got half of Bella's. Half means dividing by 2. So over here then, I'm going to do 1,400. Now you could do bus-stop method. I'm going to use a number fact to help me. What's 14 divided by 2? 7. So what's 1,400 divided by 2? 700. So Richard had 700 millilitres. Okay then. So back up here then. So that's Bella's, that's Rena's, that was the total. So I then need to do the total of the girls, and I'm going to add Richard's to it. And again, yes, should be using a ruler, apologies. 0 add 0 is 0, 5 tenths add 0 is 5, 6 hundredths add 6 hundredths add 7 hundredths is 1,300, 2,000, 1,000 is 3,000. So all together, the children had 3,350 millilitres. Is that my final answer? No, because the question wants to know how much water is left in the container. Well, it's 4 litres. 4 litres take away 3,350 millilitres. Can I do that? No, because the units are different. So I need to turn this into millilitres. Well, there's 1,000 millilitres in a litre. So 4 litres is the same as 4,000 millilitres. So then over here, I'm going to do 4,000 and I'm going to take away 3,350. And then I should have my answer, because this is the whole of the bucket and this is the total of the children's water. So now we need to find out the part that's left over. So 0 take away 0 is 0. 0 take away 5 I can't do, so I go next door to rename. Nothing there, so I go next door to rename again. So I rename one of the thousandths as 10 hundredths. Take one of the 10 hundredths, so there's now 9. Rename those 100 as 10 tens. 10 tens take away 5 is 5. 9 hundredths take away 3 hundredths is 6. 3 take away 3 is 0. So there was 650 millilitres left over. Really well done if you got that right. Okay, then we're just going to do one think together question today. And the think together question is this. The water carrier holds 3 litres of water, but 600 millilitres of water have leaked onto the floor. How many millilitres are left in the water carrier? Right, we really need to use our problem solving skills then to work out what this question is asking us. So there is a water carrier, and I can see it there, look, holding 3 litres of water. 600 millilitres has leaked out onto the floor. So are we adding water? Are we taking it away? Are we multiplying it? Are we dividing it? What are we doing? Well, we're taking it away, aren't we? Because it's leaked, it's gone out, it's gone. So we need to do 3 litres, take away 600 millilitres. Can we do that? No, because the noun is different. So we need to think about what can we turn 3 litres into, and then can we take it away? Off we go. Answer time then. So milli means 1,000. So there's 1,000 millilitres in a litre. So 3 litres is the same as 3,000 millilitres because I'm doing 3 times 1,000. Then I'm going to do 3,000 millilitres, take away 600 that leaked out, which would be 2,400 millilitres. Now I did that in my head because I know that 600 add 400 would make 1,000 because 6 add 4 makes 10. So I knew if I took 600 away from 3,000, I knew there'd be 2,400 left over. If you didn't do that in your head, that's okay, and you could have used column method for it. Okay then, independent activity. So we're going to do 1A, B and C, and then we're going to have a go at number 2, and that's it for today, because these problems do take a lot longer to solve than a normal question, okay? So we're not going to overdo it too much. So you've got 1A, B and C. I'll read them out to you and then you can pause the video and then we'll do one more question and then that is it for today. So 1A, a fun run is 3 kilometres long. Isla has run 900 metres. How many metres has she got left to run? B, the height of a bush is 2.5 metres. The fence next to it is 205 centimetres tall. Will you be able to see the bush over the top of the fence, and why? So for this one here, it wants an explanation. And that explanation is going to be your mathematical working out. But you need to really think about the context of that one. I would draw a diagram for that one to help me visualise it. And then C, a bag containing 2.4 kilograms of frozen peas. How many servings of 50 grams can be taken from that bag? That one sounds tricky, and there is more than one way you can work that one out. But think about how many grams in a kilogram, so how many lots of 50 in a kilogram. Last one for today then. A book weighs 1.5 kilograms. A second book weighs 880 grams. What do the 2 books weigh together? So Aki has done 1.5 at 880 and he's got 881.5. Can you spot what Aki's mistake is and what is the correct answer? Off we go. Right, answer time then. So first one, the fun run's 3 kilometres long. Isla's run 900 metres. How much has she got left? So we are looking for then the difference between 900 metres and 3 kilometres. We can't do that straight away because the nouns are different. So I know that kilo means 1,000. There are 1,000 metres in a kilometre. So 3 kilometres is the same as 3,000 metres. Then, to find out the difference between 3,000 metres and 900 metres, I subtracted them, and the answer would be 2,100 metres. So she's still got quite a long way to go. For number 2 then, the height of a bush is 2.5 metres, and I've drawn this so I can kind of see it. The fence next to it is 205 centimetres tall. Can you see the bush over the top of the fence, and why? Right, can we compare these measurements straight away? No, because one's in metres and one's in centimetres. I've chosen to make them both into centimetres, but you could have turned them both into metres. So, cent means 100. There is 100 centimetres in a metre. So to go from metres to centimetres, we times by 100. 2.5 times 100 is 250 centimetres. So could you see the bush over the top of the fence? Well, yes, because the bush is 250 centimetres and the fence was only 205. So the hedge, the bush, is 45 centimetres higher than the fence. Okay then, part C, and this one I've got to say is especially quite nasty. There's lots of different ways you could work this out. I've spent a page of scribblings trying to work out the easiest one to show you, and I think that this is it, but you very well may have done it in a different way. So a bag contains 2.4 kilograms of frozen peas, and we want to take away servings of 50 grams. So, can we take away grams from kilograms? Well, not easily. So let's turn 2.4 kilograms into grams. So 2.4 kilograms, kilo means 1,000, so times by 1,000 would be 2,400 grams. However, you could have turned them both into kilograms and had 50 grams as 0.05 of a kilogram. That would have worked as well. So I've gone with 2.4 kilograms is the same as 2,400 grams. Now you could keep taking away 50 grams. Keep taking it away, keep taking it away, keep taking it away until you get down to an answer where you can't take 50 away anymore. With my Evaluate It glasses on, that's maybe not the most efficient method. If I want to do repeated addition, it's the same as multiplication. If I'm doing repeated subtraction, we can just use division. So I'm going to divide 2,400 by 50. So I want 50 grams each time. I want to share them into groups of 50 grams. So 2,000 divided by 50 I can't do, so I rename. 24 divided by 50 I can't do, so I rename. 240 divided by 50 then. Well, it's 50, 100, 150, 200, so I can share it 4 times. I can make 4 groups of 50, and there would be 40 grams left, 40 tens, left over. So I rename that then. That's where some of you may have gone wrong. So you don't rename 4, you rename 40 because 240 take away 200 would be 40. So I've now got 400 ones and I'm doing 400 divided by 50. How many 50s go into 400? Well, 8 50s go into 40. So 8 fives go into 40. So 8 50s go into 400. So there would be 48 servings or 48 portions. That one was really nasty, so please don't worry if you found that tricky because that took a lot of brain work, that one. The other way you might want to have done it, and the way I kind of did it, was to think about if 50 grams is one portion, I kind of thought, what would 10 portions be then? Well, 10 portions would be 500 grams. So, how many portions in a kilogram then? Well, if 10 portions is 500 grams, 20 portions would be 1 kilogram. So we've got 2 kilograms though. So if 20 portions is 1 kilogram, 40 portions would be 2 kilograms. Then I looked at the 400 grams that were left, and I know that 8 50s go into 400, so it would be 48 portions. That was a nasty one. Really well done if you got that right. Okay then, last one for today, and hopefully you could spot this mistake fairly easily. So Aki has just added them together. However, Aki has forgotten that the nouns are different. One is kilograms and one is grams, so we can't just add them together straight away. We need to convert one of them into kilograms or the other one into grams. I'm going to turn them both into grams because I find that easier. So 1.5 kilograms is the same as 1,500 grams. Then I would add them together. So I would add 1,500, add 880. So 0 add 0 would be 0, 0 add 8 would be 8, 5 add 8 would be 13, so it would be 2,380 grams. If you then wanted to turn that back into kilograms, it would be 2.38 kilograms. Really well done if you got that right. This is quite tricky problem solving, so really, really well done. Right, we will see you tomorrow. Bye.